What would you do if your first hug from your dad came too late? My dad never hugged me. Not when I was a kid, not when I graduated, not even when my mom died. He wasn't cruel, just distant, like affection was something he didn't know how to use. When I was little, I used to run to the door when he came home from work and wrap my arms around him. He'd freeze, pat my back twice, and gently move me aside. After a while, I stopped trying. Kids learn quietly when they're not supposed to need something. My mom always said he loved me in practical ways. Then she passed away when I was 17, and the house turned painfully silent. Conversations became about bills, food, or schedules, never feelings. When I moved out for college, our relationship turned into short phone calls and polite holidays. No hugs hello, no hugs goodbye. Just distance that slowly started to feel normal. Then one afternoon, I got a call from a hospital saying my dad had collapsed at work. I drove there with a panic I didn't expect, realizing I might lose someone I never truly understood. Seeing him in that hospital bed shocked me. He looked smaller, fragile, almost unsure of himself. We sat in silence until he suddenly asked, "Did you ever think I didn't love you?" The question hit harder than anything else in that room. Before I could answer, he said, "There's something you don't know. When I was 3, he explained, I nearly died from a severe infection. Weeks in the hospital. Doctors preparing him for the worst. He said he held me constantly back then, terrified I'd stop breathing if he let go. I loved you so much it hurt," he admitted, his voice shaking. "And when you finally got better, I realized how close I came to losing you." He stared at his hands and whispered, "After that, I pulled away." Somewhere in my head, I thought if I didn't get too attached again, it wouldn't destroy me next time. Then he handed me an envelope from the bedside drawer. Inside were photos of him holding me as a toddler in a hospital bed, smiling, crying, kissing my forehead. A version of my dad I had never met. My whole childhood rearranged itself in that moment. Every missed hug suddenly made terrible sense. Before I could speak, he slowly opened his arms, hesitant like he didn't know if he was allowed. I stepped forward and he hugged me. Awkward, weak, hospital wires pressing between us, but he held on tightly, shoulders shaking as he cried. It was the first hug my dad ever gave me, and the last. He passed away peacefully 2 nights later. Now those photos sit beside my bed, proof that love doesn't always look the way we expect. Sometimes it hides behind fear for years, waiting for one moment of courage to finally come back. And after a lifetime of wondering what a hug from my dad would feel like, I learned it only takes one to change everything.